Yeah.
That's mine.
Now, let me ask you this now. Have you experienced, of course you have experienced, everybody's experienced at a certain level or a certain degree. How does it feel when you're out of line? So we talked about how to do to get in line. How does it feel when you're out of line to let you be, let you know that you are aware that you're out of line, if that makes sense?
If you're aware and you're mindful, you'll feel it, and
Yes,
it's not
yes.
a good feeling at all.
It's not.
Not at all. You feel freaking unfulfilled. Kind of like bad things start happening to you because you're not like doing your routine. It's like you're almost not protected anymore. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't like it. You feel out of place literally. You don't feel aligned. You feel out of line.
Fish out of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. And then, like I say before, that it's different degrees of it. It just depends on how far you know, when you catch it. When are you going to catch it? You know, before it gets too far. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's the whole reason why this all came about, because I was out of line, you know, and there were things that I noticed that I needed to tune up, so to speak, to get myself back in line. But definitely when you notice it, you notice it. But you know what? Also too, if you've been out of line for so long, that feels normal to you until you actually get in line and you practice being in line. And then once you don't practice that for a decent amount, a long period of time, and when you get out of that, then you really will know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are not in line, you know, and then when you, like I say, once you out of it, you don't really notice it until you start practice being in it more. And once you start practice being in it more, then you definitely notice when you're out of it.
Then it'll become easy.
Oh goodness.
Just as easy as it was when you were out of line. That repetition, yeah.
It is not a good feeling.
It's not, but I
It's
will
not a good
say
feeling.
that sometimes it's like I feel like when people do the hard work and stuff like that, you'll have a grace period. Like for me, I've noticed I'll have a grace period. I feel like Source will be like, okay, I'll give you like about a couple of weeks. Even though you're not aligned from the stuff maybe that you've done in the past, like fasting and meditation, that's coming up now, that's saving your ass now. I'll give you a little grace period, even though you haven't been doing stuff. But after that, just might as well just continue doing what you're doing instead of just relying on that grace period.
Wow. Yeah.
Like when someone compensates you or gives you a grace from bills or rent, I feel like that. Like you give it a couple weeks if you stop because, you know, Source understands what you're going through or whatever. And then after that, like, you got to get on your A game again. Like, don't rely on that grace period.
It's something, like I said before, when you notice that when you're not in there, it feels really bad. But for someone who hasn't practiced being in there, you're not used to being in there, then it feels like it's normal until you actually get in there and you have practiced and you've been in there for a while. You really can tell the difference when you step out then, like, because it's a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling. Like you really want to do whatever you can to get yourself back into it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
But that's
one
how
of the
I
things.
feel like I know that you're like someone is on the right track because at least they're aware of it.
Well, that's a part of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
part of
saying.
it,
At
yeah,
least you're
yeah,
aware
you're
of
aware of it. Yeah.
that things are happening and that you have to get back on track. There's some things that people that are doing that they're just good Samaritans, thinking that they're just good Samaritans, and then when they have a crappy day, they just think that it's not
normal.
as deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, it's because you're not really like doing certain things that you're supposed to be doing because you're not aware of why that's happening to you.
Yeah. Because when you once again, like when you're not aware of something, you think that it's just normal. Like, okay, yeah, it's just normal. These things are happening to me, and I feel like this because it's just life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't realize that you out of line.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's something that I have been practicing for the last, I want to say maybe like 8 years now. Just practicing, and like I say, there's no one particular practice. You said that you like to do affirmations. And we got the people here next to us. They're doing yoga.
Yeah, perfect.
Walking out in nature, meditating, just finding silence to keep yourself grounded. There's just so many different ways that you can stay in line. So yeah, but you do feel it. I'm telling you, once you get yourself in the place that you are always consistent and you're disciplined, and you care about the way that you feel, because that's what it comes down to. You care about the way that you feel, and when you do, and when you just just kind of just step out the line just a little bit, you definitely will feel it.
And I
But
will say
yeah,
ignorance is bliss. So
100%, 100%,
it's
100%.
like almost in a way when you don't know any better. It's like when you don't know it. Anyway, yeah.
But you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
it's easier for some people. It's like some people, it's meant for this lifetime for them to not know because they're not aware of what the rights and the wrongs or what their repercussions. It's like they turn the blind eye and they're so simple-minded in a way that they don't think nothing of it. It's very interesting. But hey, what works for
Yeah,
people works for
yeah.
people.
That's what this platform is all about. It's just about raising your awareness, and this is what we want to, get out to the people, to the viewers, to understand that it's more than what you think it is. You know, there is life outside of
Yeah, most definitely.
than what we got going on here. So, but awareness is the key to it all, and being in awareness comes back to what we were saying, that you can just be grateful and show gratitude of peace, of where you at, and being in line. All that plays a part, goes hand to hand. Anything else you want to
No.
wrap that one up?